British Canoeing and Lee Valley won the bid to host the World Championships back in 2011, and anticipation had been building ever since. The Olympic Games has the bigger public profile and is vital for national teams' funding. But for the athletes, the World Championships means tougher competition and in some respects, greater kudos. It all kicked off with the opening ceremony early in the week, followed by the heats, which all the British paddlers progressed through safely. As well as the World Championship glory being at stake, there were also Olympic places up for grabs, with teams having the opportunity to secure boat and athlete places for Rio. The Lee Valley venue was at its best, and there were lots of activities and exhibits to keep the capacity crowd happy all day long. Even the atrocious weather on the first couple of days couldn't suppress World's fever, and many let off steam in the Go Canoeing Ergo tent. This being a World Championships, there were supporters and teams from nations far and wide. The Slovakian Supporters Club in particular were on very good form and brought a real buzz to the grandstand. Hopes for a repeat of that glorious Super Thursday at the London Olympics were dashed though, as David Florence and Rich Hounslow picked up 2 penalties and dropped from silver medal position down to 5th in the C2 final, 1 place above Etienne Stott and new partner Mark Proctor.
I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about making the final, but each day we've taken it one step at a time, and to get there we were really happy and we gave it a really good shot in that final, and I'm over the moon with our performance, and the journey to get here is even more special actually. So
I'm very proud of that journey, very proud of what we've done, and there is still a little further to go, and we'll fight for every moment we can.
In the women's K1 final, things were looking very good for Kimberly Woods as she crossed the line with a time that would have given her a silver medal. But after a controversial video review, she was given a 50-second penalty and dropped out of contention. Lizzie Neve and Fiona Penny placed 7th and 9th respectively, but on a tricky course, some really big international names were struggling too.
Yeah, it's always great to come back. My results have gotten a little bit worse each time. 2nd in London, 3rd at the World Cup in 2014 and now 4th, but I do love this course.
Fortunes changed for Jester the next day as she led the field home in the women's C1 race, and for Kimberly Woods it was a better day in the office, finishing 4th. Ailey Gibson continued her strong progress since medaling at last year's Lee Valley World Cup with a 5th place, and Mallory Franklin took 7th. In the men's K1 class, there were high hopes for a medal, but none of our 3 paddlers managed to make it into the final. Joe Clark put in a semi-final run that would have given him a bronze medal in the final, but like Kimberly, he picked up a 50-second penalty, and that was that. Bradley Forbes Cryans was our highest placed athlete in 18th overall, with Richard Hounslow 1 place behind. Redemption did come for the British team though, and it came in the form of David Florence and rising star Ryan Wesley in the C1 competition. Ryan was the first man down in the final and basically never stepped away from the leader's enclosure. He put in a strong time, but it was ultimately the fact that he went down clear that delivered him his first Senior World Championship medal, as faster paddlers made mistakes and picked up penalties, including the legendary Mikhail Martican. David Florence was 7th out of 10 down the course and posted another strong clear run, and neither America's Casey Eichfield, Team Slovakia's hero Martican, or winner of the semi-final Benjamin Savsek could knock him off the top spot.
Winning the World Cup last year was absolutely awesome, and I just desperately want to be able to repeat it at the World Championships when it's that massive stage. The support's been incredible, the weather's been good, which has helped. The spectators have cheered all the British boats down so well, and just loved being a part of this event, loved getting to the final and having that chance to actually go for the medals, and it went well for me today.
I don't think it's quite sunk in yet what a World Championship medal is. That's sort of what you set out in your career to do, and to have done it so early on in my career is so surreal.
We might not have come away with the kind of medal haul we'd hoped for from a home World Champs, but the team secured all 4 Olympic places, and we did also win medals in 3 out of the 5 team races. Given some of the personal performances and also the way in which our athletes conducted themselves in what was a really high pressurised environment, the health of British canoe slalom has never looked stronger ahead of the 2016 Rio Olympics.